Mitesh, do stay on. Sudarshan is now joining in. So Ceat is under pressure because Nomura has downgraded the stock. So what is it that they didn't like? Sudarshan joins in with the details.
So ahead of its earnings on July 17th, company had given the stock basically had given returns of almost 30% in last 3 months. But after the earnings, there has been a sharp fall in the stock, and now it's down almost 10% in last 2 sessions. So why? And if you talk about the earnings of Q1, so earnings were largely lower than expectations. Gross margin had seen a sharp decline. It was down 250 basis points year on year, and even down 70 basis points on a sequential basis. And that was mainly because an increase in input cost against management's expectation was of flat input cost on a sequential basis. Now, Nomura has come out with a note today. It has downgraded the stock to neutral from buy, and target price is cut to 3,906 from 3,945 per share. Now, what's the reasons behind the downgrade? First, Nomura believes that Camso value accretion may be lower than its expectations. Why it is so? Because it's saying that Camso was acquired with a revenue of $213 million in 2023, but with a sharp drop in the revenue, it believes that EV/EBITDA of 10x might be expensive. Second, US has imposed tariff that would be effective August 1 on Sri Lanka, and the tariff rate is 30%. What it will do, it will delay the Camso's recovery. That will have an impact on Ceat's revenue. Second, input cost concerns. As I've told you that management was expecting that input cost might be largely flat on a sequential basis in Q1, but it has increased. Now, Nomura is saying that if recent rise in input cost sustains, it might have an impact on Ceat's earnings, and that's the reason it has decreased in EBITDA estimates by 9% for FY26 and 5% for FY27. Also, it has cut EPS estimates by 16% and 6% for FY26 and 27 respectively. As far as the valuations are concerned, it's currently trading at 7.8 times FY27 EV to EBITDA, and Nomura finds that it's a fair value, and that's the reason it has downgraded the stock.
Sud, thank you very much for that. So there is Ceat for you.